going on, guys? Dan back here with Regular Guy Garage. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start installing the Holley Terminator X fuel injection system. What I already did so far was remove the fuel injection harness, so got that out of the way. I need to get the rest of this harness out of the car, so I'm going to be working on that. Additionally, since the system goes under the seat, I have to take the passenger seat out and then just these panels right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. All right, so have the entirety of the wiring harness out of the car. I know some of this stuff is going to get reused, but the majority of it won't. So I'm just gonna leave it here for now. I'm not gonna cut it up yet. I wanna see what exactly I need off of this, and then I will move forward tomorrow when my Holley Terminator system gets here and start getting it installed in the car. So, Holley Terminator system is here. It came with a ton of wires and all that good stuff. I have a good amount of reading to do. Additionally, this is just laying up here for now. I was just kind of mocking it up to see if the hood clearance. I installed one of these fuel pressure gauges just to make sure that I don't have to up or lower the fuel pressure. I'm going to take off this, well, it's just sitting there. I'm going to take off the upper intake manifold and then start laying the harness into the car, set up the Terminator X inside the car, and in camera you're going to see it pretty quick, but this is probably going to take me a good amount of time because my electrical skills are pretty small. My electrical skills are lacking. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of research. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to do a lot of research on this. Not a huge deal. I'll eventually get it done. Hopefully I do it right, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so it is raining like crazy, but anyway, so I got the injector harness in. These are actually pretty cool because they just clip right on. Got that all in. Started running what I'm assuming is the main harness. Got the injectors hooked up as well as the TFI coil, and it's nice that you can actually retain that. Gonna have to run all of this stuff through and then back through the firewall. The kit is pretty in depth. I mean, I've got those two harnesses already in, plus there's a whole nother one in there. So anyway, I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. I gotta change a couple sensors. Gotta change the air temperature sensor, coolant temperature sensor up here, and I don't remember if there was any other. When I get there, I will update you guys on which other ones I have to change, but for now I am going to keep working at this. All right, guys, so as you can see, I have a full rat's nest going here. I've got some stuff from the old harness that I'm trying to take out and retain, but I'm also the ignition coil wire and all that stuff. I've got pretty much everything laid out to where it needs to go. I just need to clean it all up. I got what hooked up. I got what needs to be hooked up, and started working on the inside of the car. There's lots of little, I'm not going to do a step-by-step. There's some great videos out there, step-by-step, how to hook this thing up. But for a non-electrical guy like me, I'm in uncharted territory. I'm also missing a few parts. I'm missing some nuts and bolts to bolt the Terminator to the actual frame. I'm missing a map sensor, pigtail. Nothing huge, I can just easily make that stuff on my own. But I'm gonna keep going here. I got a lot of wires to hook up, some ground wires. I gotta tuck all this stuff away, and then probably gonna finish putting the rest of the intake manifold on and stuff, and I'd like to try and fire this thing off today. So I'm gonna keep plugging away, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, so I got the seats out, wiring is all done. Had to do some wiring under the the driver's seat. I also need to vacuum it apparently, and under the passenger seat as well is where the Holley system actually sits. I have to put all of this stuff back together, which it all goes together pretty smoothly. But yeah, so that's where we're at with this, and we will keep moving along and see if we can get this thing running. Figures I put it on backwards. All right, guys, I got the whole thing all set up, all wiring done. It's not all tucked away yet. I just want to start the car, see if it works, make sure it works. I'm going to try and set the base timing really quick, and then make sure I got no leaks or anything. So, I mean, fingers crossed that this thing works. The car is not starting. I think the battery is just a little bit too dead. I've got the charger hooked up on it, but I mean, this battery's junk. So I'm gonna let it charge for a little bit, and we'll see if we can get it to start. It at least is, you know, like firing. So if anything, maybe I'm a tooth off. I don't think I am, but we'll try again in a minute. All right, so for some reason, I can't keep the engine running unless I give it a little bit of throttle input. I'm not sure if these come pre-calibrated, but what I did is I adjusted this screw really quick to just give the throttle blade just a little bit of an opening, because it was basically just fully closed. I think this ignition switch, not the ignition switch, the starting solenoid is no good on this car, because when I go to turn the key, it starts smoking, and I think it's just drawn too much power. I've done 3 batteries on it, one which was fully charged, and none of them are working. So I'll get a new one tomorrow, and we should be good to go. A couple things. One, at least we know that, one, the engine doesn't leak any oil, at least not anything major. I got a couple of the freaking oil drain plugs are seeping a little, so I'm gonna get some gaskets for those. Doesn't leak antifreeze, and I mean, it runs. So we're very close to getting this thing done, at least running. Now we're down into some fine tuning stuff. But my first time doing anything like this, so the fact that I got the car to actually fire off, run for a little bit, as long as I was depressing the throttle just a tiny bit, then the car would run. That's why I think that throttle blade just need to be adjusted. You know, this is like what happens when you do all new parts on a car, all new build. Things are going to need to be adjusted. You know, it's to be expected. Anyway, I'm going to pick it back up on the next video. Should have this thing running, and then from there, hopefully driving around pretty soon. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, follow the build. I got a playlist I'll link up here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. As always, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.